Jane, are you busy? Do you have a moment to spare?
Oh, hello, Molly. How are you? Do you need anything?
Well, not really, but I do need an explanation.
An explanation? From me?
Yes, you! Who else am I talking to? Did you go visit your father at the hospital again?
Yes, I did. Is that such a problem?
Is that a problem? I called Jason this morning and he said he did not have anything to eat for breakfast. You know how hardworking Jason is. You should really pay closer attention to him.
Molly, he's a fully grown man. It's not like he can't fix his own breakfast.
Easy for you to say. He always comes in late, doesn't he? He needs those extra minutes of sleep if he can take it. Can you even imagine how devastated I was to hear he skipped breakfast?
I don't even understand why he skipped breakfast. We have cereal at home. He could have had that.
Cereal? You want to give him just cereal? At the very least, you could whip up some scrambled eggs and toast for him. Is that too much to ask of you, Jane?
Well, Molly, I'm not like his personal chef. And even then, I do cook breakfast for him whenever I can.
Jason never skipped a single breakfast when he was living with me, you know. It was like second nature. After he went off marrying you, he skips breakfast almost every day. Imagine your child not eating. How would that make you feel?
I'll just think he doesn't want to eat. Especially if he is an adult. I won't care what he eats for breakfast. Besides, I had to go to the doctor's because there was an important counsel about my father's condition. The appointment was set for this morning. What else was I supposed to do?
What? Are you talking back to me?
No, Molly, I'm not talking back. Anyways, if there isn't anything else to say, I have to go. I'm really busy right now. I'll text you back later if you need anything else.
Now you're trying to ignore me! Jane, don't you ignore me! How long are you going to revolve around your father like that? You need to get your life together, Jane. This can't go on.
What are you saying? You're not saying what I think you're saying, right?
It's not like you're visiting your father once or twice a month. You're visiting almost every other day. It's disrupting everyone around you. Look at Jason. He is skipping meals.
Oh my God, Molly. He's not your little bitty boy anymore. He's 36! 36 years old. He can choose for himself. If he was hungry and wanted to eat, we have cereal, we have bread, we even have frozen smoothie in the fridge. It's not like I'm making him starve to death, Molly. He knows how to eat his own breakfast.
Then what do you do? What do you do in the morning to prepare breakfast?
Why does that even matter to you? You expect me to feed him scrambled eggs and crispy bacon every morning? You want me to feed him like a little baby every morning?
I would rather have you do that if you're so up to it.
Oh, wow. So you just let your immature man-child to marry another woman? Is that what you think of him?
What? You take that back, Molly. I will not tolerate such disrespect.
Don't you think you're being disrespectful to my father? Is it really too much for me to take care of my sick dad? What makes you so bitter about it? Why can't I do what I have to do as a daughter? Why are you giving me such a hard time every time I go visit him?
Jane, you're part of Jason's family now. You should remember that.
No, I'm my father's daughter before anything else. That one fact will never change. And don't you ever try to act like that's not how it is.
Oh, what a lovely and beautiful relationship.
My father and I were a family way before I became a part of yours. Don't act like that's not the obvious fact. Whatever you say, my father will always come before anything else. And you will not change that. I'm telling you, that will never change.
What? Are you saying you're not treating me as your family? Is that really what you're saying? I can't believe this.
Well, wasn't that the case before I got married to Jason? We would never have met each other if it weren't for the marriage. The only thing that makes us a family is the fact that I married Jason. And do you think the relationship between you and me wins over the relationship between me and my father? Do you even hear yourself? It's just nonsense. What would you have done if it were your father?
I would have stayed with my husband, for sure.
Yeah, right. I'm sure you would have done that.
Oh, I see. I see what's going on. You're acting like a brat because your family is rich, right? That's what this is all about.
What? What does this have to do with my family being rich? Where is this even going?
You're being rude and arrogant because you have your rich and wealthy family behind your back. Isn't that right?
You think I'm acting like this because my father is rich? How does your thought process work?
See? See what you're doing? You are being extremely disrespectful to me. Do you think you earn the rights to act like that to me? Do you think it is just okay and fine to be disrespectful if you're rich? No matter what you do, you're a part of our family, and not yours. Don't you ever forget that, Jane.
Oh my god. I can't believe I'm reading this. What kind of a person would say this?
Once a woman is married, she should always put her family first, not her old family. That's the most basic fact. That's just how it is. You should respect your husband and your in-laws. You shouldn't make them starve.
It's that again. I never made anyone starve.
This applies even if you're some kind of a princess from a noble background. You should put your life and ego down and focus fully on your family. That's the life of a woman, Jane. That is how it has always been.
Okay, then. If being your daughter-in-law means I have to leave my sick father all by himself, I quit. I quit being a part of your family. You leave me no choice, Molly.
You little brat! How dare you!
Was I ever arrogant and disrespectful to you for being rich? I don't recall I ever treated you like that.
Oh, I beg to differ. It's impossible to count how many times you acted like you were riding on your high horse.
No disrespect, Molly, but if that's how you see it, I'm not arguing. If you think me being a proud, confident woman is simply being arrogant and disrespectful, I can't change your mind. I guess it just comes from a relaxed and affluent lifestyle from my part of the family, and clearly not yours.
Look at you go. Now you're showing your true colors.
No, Molly. I was like this from the day I was married to your son. If my confidence struck you as arrogance, sorry, but not sorry. Just remember, nothing was intentional and everything was you having prejudice against me.
It doesn't look like prejudice to me. You're just proving all my points.
I really didn't want to say this, but if you want Jason to stay happy, keep your nose out of my business. You don't want him to be stressed out because you can't accept me as who I am.
You just won't listen to me, will you? You think you're so better off than the rest of the world, huh? None of my friends ever had to deal with such a stubborn brat like you. They say their daughter-in-law is so well-behaved and kind to them. What did I do wrong to end up with someone like you?
I guess your friends show respect to their daughters-in-law, unlike you.
They would treat their husband like a king. Poor Jason. I feel so bad for Jason that he has to put up with you, making him starve to death out of ego and selfishness. I can't imagine how much you oppress him on a daily basis to get whatever you want. What does Jason sacrifice to keep a stubborn mule like you happy?
On the contrary, Molly, we're happy as long as you don't try to meddle with our life.
You know what, Jane? I actually feel for you. Now that I think about it, I actually understand your position.
All of a sudden? You want me to believe what you're saying after all this?
I mean, what's so wrong for a daughter to want to take care of her sick father? Maybe I was being too harsh. What can I do to stop that? After all, near is the shirt, but nearer is the skin, right?
What? So you're suddenly being considerate all of a sudden?
Oh, of course, honey. So I won't stop you from visiting your father all the time. But you can't stop me from doing the same to my son. I'm moving in.
You're what? You're moving in? To live with us?
Why not? I'll start packing and live with you guys from now on.
You can't be serious, Molly, right? You just can't be. You're doing all that only because you're spiteful towards me? How low is that?
Why are you calling this low? I don't see the difference. It's not so different from you, after all, right? You have no cause to stop me from moving in, Jane.
Why in the world would you just move in all of a sudden? You can't just decide that all by yourself.
I don't see why not. You leave the house early in the morning to take care of your father. I respect that, Jane. You do what you have to do. In turn, I'll just move in and take care of my son. I'll make breakfast for him since you can't, and do the house chores. I'm pretty sure you were busy taking care of your father, so that's one less thing to worry about, isn't it, dear?
Molly, what are you talking about? We don't need your help in this house.
Oh, Jane, wouldn't it be so much easier if you just thank me instead of talking like that? I don't plan to squat at your place forever, you know. Jeez, I can't imagine living with you under the same roof. I'm just planning to stay at your house and help you until your father recovers from cancer. What's so wrong and atrocious with that idea?
This is unreal. Why are you doing this?
There's no reason for you to flop belly up in protest, Jane. Even if you don't consider me as family, I am still the mother to your husband. You can at least show me some respect if you've been living with him for the past 3 years. Whatever you say, I am still your family. And all I want to do is help you.
Okay, I understand. It seems like I have no choice. Since you said you'll look after Jason while I help my father, I guess it's the better choice. Then I'll be able to take care of my father without anything to worry about. Molly, where are you right now?
Why do you ask? I'm at the department store.
At the department store? What for?
Well, you know how I sleep on the thin mattress, right? The one you take out for visitors.
Yeah, what about it? Is it broken?
No, but it does hurt my back every morning. I've been having some back problems lately. So I told Jason about this, and he gave me his debit card to buy whatever mattress I want. Isn't he the sweetest? Being so nice and considerate to his mother and all. Such a nice boy. He must have known that I've been having back problems off that mattress.
So you just took his card to buy a mattress?
Of course, why not? This is what having a son is all about, don't you think? He has such a big heart and would do whatever to make his mom happy.
Molly, you're only staying a couple more days at our house. You could have just used the old mattress a few more days and you would have gone back home. Did you really have to buy a brand new mattress? It's not like it's cheap. Besides, there is this mattress rental service that you could use for a cheaper price. I just don't see why you need a new mattress, Molly.
Wait a minute, Jane. Are you telling me that I'm not worth the new mattress? Are you saying you don't want Jason to spend a dime on me?
I don't see why he should, really. A cheap one, I get it, but not a brand new one.
I'm working like a dog for you two. You know that, right? I always make sure there's something to eat in the morning. I do all the dishes and the laundry when you two are out like a maid. I even clean the bathroom if you haven't noticed. Did you even see how shiny it became? And now you're being calculative of buying a mattress.
I'm not being calculative. I'm making sure everything is within our budget.
Why does it matter to you? It's not like I'm using up your money. It's Jason's money. And why can't I let my son treat me with a small present? Who said I'll be buying the expensive ones?
It's not just about the mattress, Molly. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. Please enlighten me.
I was away for a week. A week, Molly, to take care of my father. He was having a real hard time, so you know I had to leave. And you just fill the whole house with whatever it is that you bought while I was away. What is all that? New cutlery set, new dish set, new toaster oven, new vacuum cleaner, and even a new microwave? I know those were all small presents from Jason, Molly. They just can't be.
Oh, well, isn't it only natural to switch up the house a little when the new mistress arrives? I don't see the problem here, Jane. It's only right for me to do so. Besides, your taste of home appliances just didn't match mine. What's so wrong for me to buy some new things to lighten up the house?
I think you're missing the whole point here, Molly. You are not the new mistress. You're here as a visitor, and you are not staying here to live with us. That was the agreement. And you're just changing up almost everything in the house. That's not normal. And you are only here because I let you. As soon as my father shows some progress in his treatment, you're going back.
Well, guess what, Jane? No matter what you say, you didn't let me stay at your home. You can think however you want, but now that I'm here, you're going to find it hard to make me go back. I think Jason likes me here too, you know. I like it here. It's so nice to live with my son.
Oh, I'm sure you love it.
Besides, it was you who wanted me to come and help you while you're away helping your father, remember? And now you want me out when you don't see the utility in me staying. Don't you think that's too harsh? Even for you?
Oh, dear God, Molly. Let's get one thing straight. I never called you. Don't forget that. It was you who wanted to move in. You just packed your stuff and moved in, remember? You quite literally barged in with your twisted thought process just to annoy me.
Yeah, whatever suits you, dear. I already feel at home. It feels like I've been living here my whole life. Fascinating, isn't it? And the neighborhood is so nice. I never imagined there would be a pool in the complex.
Is that what you were after? The pool?
It's not just the pool. They even offer so many activities for seniors. I bet you didn't know that. I think it would be great to just live here with Jason, you know. I can literally not leave the building. It would be nice to spend the rest of my life here, especially now that I'm with Jason, too. Isn't it just right to live with your family and not alone?
Oh, I'm so glad you love to live with Jason. You should really know your place, Molly. You're not on a vacation. You're not here to enjoy your time. You took advantage of my father being sick and me having to go check on him. And you're talking about spa and senior activities? Why don't you take the baking class they offer?
Oh, they have a baking class. Thank you for letting me know. I should do that.
God, are you out of your mind? You're just enjoying your life when my father is on the brink of death? It looks like you're happy that he's sick and I have to leave so often.
Don't put words in my mouth, Jane. I never said that, did I? What do you want me to do? Play dead alongside your father when he passes away? I should start taking the acting classes now.
How could you say such twisted things? Were you that low?
You can't call me low. Life and death is all in the hands of God. Why are you letting out your anger on me? I didn't do anything to your father. And I'm pretty sure it's all karma. I don't know how he lived his life, but he was born with a set destiny, and he's just reaping what he sowed. That's all just how God planned it out for him. It's just the order of nature. You can't blame that on me now, can you? I'm not God. Go talk to God, not me.
You really have to watch your mouth, Molly. You should start thinking before you write. He lived an honest life and he always gave back to the community. He did nothing wrong to hear something like this from someone like you. If you can't respect your in-law, show some pity at the very least.
Oh, Jane. Once you reach my age, you'll know everything is just like a passing train. There's nothing you can do to change its course or stop it. Life just goes on.
What? Say that to a train wreck. You're twisted.
If you're sick, then you're sick. If you're healthy, then you're just healthy. Praise the Lord. You have your place as a living man, and you'll have your own place after your death. That mindset helps you more than anything else. Keep that in mind, Jane.
What? What are you talking about? Where are you taking this?
I mean, I heard from Jason that your father has terminal cancer. I don't know much about cancer, but I know what terminal cancer means. And I know that it's bad. Don't take this the wrong way, dear, but wouldn't it be better for your father to just enjoy the rest of his life?
Are you serious? Oh my God. Do you even think before you write?
I heard how difficult and painful chemotherapy can be. Why don't you just let him enjoy a little? You know, eat what he wants, do what he wants. You can go on a trip with him to keep some good memories. I'm more than happy to stay home.
You're just yapping your way through this, aren't you? Why don't you say that in front of my father's face? You think you're free from illness? Do you really think you'll have nothing terrible in your life? It seems like karma won't favor you all that much. Just because you would give up all treatment and enjoy your deathbed like a thoughtless lunatic doesn't mean everyone will. I see how early you want to meet your dear Lord, but do you think you'll really be able to do that? You can never imagine what it's like to have terminal cancer. I really hope you get one and learn for yourself.
Why are you even putting me and terminal cancer in the same sentence? You're bringing all the bad luck to me. Jesus.
Oh, I hope you get all the bad luck you can. I'll pray for it.
That's your karma, dear. And you should really stop twisting innocent words like that. I was just saying, hoping for the best for your father. I never said I wanted your father to pass away. You know, one day, that bad habit of yours is going to backfire. You should be careful, really.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm sure it will do me bad. Don't you worry about me, Molly. I don't need your cursed blessing.
See, you're doing it again!
Oh, I'm out. I can't stand you anymore. Molly, what do you think you're doing? Are you out of your mind?
Oh, what's the matter, dear? Did I do anything to make you upset?
Did you forget that this is a funeral home? Jesus Christ, Molly! I can hear you laughing from the other side of the building. Are you that evil? How can you literally laugh out loud at my father's funeral? You're crazy, you are. Is it too much to ask of you to just stay quiet and act like a decent human being for once? At my father's funeral!
Who do you think you are, Jane? Don't tell me what to do. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. You have no say in it. Look at you talking to me like I'm your servant. I'm not listening to you. Should I ask for your permission to open my mouth? I will laugh wherever I want.
If you were acting like a decent human being, I wouldn't even have acted like this. What's so funny and happy to you? Huh? What makes you so joyful? What makes you burst out that laugh of joy? Is this just a joke to you? Why are you so happy that my father passed away? Looking at you, I just lose faith for humanity day by day.
That's a simple question, Jane. So easy to answer.
Oh yeah? Please tell me then. Let me hear what kind of twisted mind you have.
Now that your father is gone, all his fortune is now yours, isn't it? The real estate, the land, and all other assets. You're the only daughter that he had. Why would I not be happy?
You're saying you're happy for me that I inherited all the money from my father because he passed away? Is everything just dollar signs to you?
Well, not all the time, dear. Only when I think it will help me.
How will this ever help you, Molly?
Your money is my money. You have no family of yours. You're married to Jason. That means you're really part of my family. Whatever you inherited is also now mine. Now I'm getting rich. Just the thought of all that wealth crawling out of the grave right into me just puts a huge smile on my face.
You are pure evil.
Sorry to be so blunt, dear. I just can't stop laughing out of joy. I mean, wouldn't you, Jane? Wouldn't you be happy if we just wake up one day and find millions of dollars next to you? Wouldn't that put a smile on your face? Please excuse me, dear, but I think I have all the right to be happy.
Excuse you? Really? How do you even say all these things with a clear conscience? If you even have one, that is.
Oh, by the way, now that your father passed away, you know what to do with the vacancy in the CEO position, right?
What do you mean, do I know what to do? Of course I do.
Oh, you know. I didn't think you were that bright. That means Jason will be the next CEO, right? That's only natural, don't you think? The next man in your family should take that position. And who else do you have? You don't have a brother, do you? The only option is Jason. I'm sure he's more than willing to take on the role.
Now I don't even know how to respond to all this.
If my son is the new CEO, that makes me a mother to a CEO. Oh, wow. I'm starting a new life. Think of all the things I can get as a CEO's mom. People will all run up to me and try to be nice to me. Or maybe, better yet, I can just ask my son to give me some position in the company.
You are delusional. You're just completely out of your mind right now.
I can't just sit around at my office, have a cup of tea with my son, and play Sudoku or whatever to kill the time. I might as well make my own coffee station and learn how to brew a cup of coffee. Or hire a personal barista. Then I can just sign off whatever the employees bring to me and boss them around for fun. Oh, the life that I've been dreaming of is before my very eyes. On top of that, I will be receiving millions in salary. I'll be sitting on top of cash after cash after cash. Now I can show those jerks who the real boss is. Those bastard friends will finally see who rose to the top. That will teach them a lesson, and they'll finally treat me like a human being. I'll snap those condescending smirks off their faces. Those brats who look down on me for having a poor background. You know, just the thought of it, the mere thought of it just makes me want to dance with joy. How am I going to hold back the smile? It's just impossible.
Are you done, Molly? Are you finished with the rant? That was entertaining. What are you, daydreaming? You're just laying out all the illegal activities that you would do once you get all that money. You should get a checkup, Molly. I think you have some sort of mental illness. Let me refer you to a good psychiatrist. You'll be diagnosed with dementia or some kind of bipolar disorder. Why on earth would a son-in-law just become the CEO? I've never seen that happen in my life. Do you even know Jason's position in the company? Do you know his performance? Where did you even get that idea? What makes you think your son will be the boss when I'm right here, healthy and living?
What makes you think a girl like you can be a CEO? CEO is for men, not some weak, arrogant woman like you. You will never make a good CEO. You will hit rock bottom in a month.
I really didn't want to say this, Molly, but you leave me no choice. Your son, your dear Jason, is literally failing in the company. His educational background and performance is no match to mine. In fact, your son is about to get fired for all the crap he's been brewing up in the company. Why don't you make him your personal barista? Have him brew up a cup of shame and failure.
What? What are you saying? This can't be true. My son is being fired. Who would dare do such a thing? Who would dare fire a CEO's son-in-law?
None other than the next CEO. Me. Me! Surprise, surprise.
What? You? You will never do that.
Let me tell you just a tip of an iceberg of his performance and act. He rarely showed up in time for work, and he would leave work whenever he wants to. Whenever colleagues bring this up, he would threaten them using his relationship with my father. He would push his own work to his co-workers and take credit for that.
I'm pretty sure he contributed to the work. I know he's a diligent worker.
As if. And guess what? He would use the company's business card to cheat on me with a girl he met in the workplace. Do you want me to tell you more? Do you think you can handle it?
That can't be true. It can't be.
You expect me to keep him as an employee? What would you do, Molly? Would you keep him? I'm divorcing him, Molly. I'm suing him for embezzlement as well. I might as well have him pay the alimony.
Honey, Jane, don't you think that's a bit too harsh? Everyone makes mistakes. He's your husband. Give him a chance. I know you're a kind person.
I don't need a garbage husband that can't even fix his own breakfast, Molly, let alone a cheater. After the funeral is over, I'm selling that house and going back to my family to live with my mother. You and Jason can take all the trash and trinkets you bought for yourself and get out of my house.
Molly, please, you don't have to do this. I'll talk to Jason.
Yeah, go talk to him and find a new place to live. Go play king and queen with your son, will you? You delusional hag. Go back to your rightful place and wait for karma to hit you in the head with a nice lump of cancer. After all that, I filed a divorce with Jason, got the alimony, and sold the house. But old hag Molly went back to her old shaggy studio with all the cheap gadgets she bought. Jason was sentenced to prison for embezzlement. I hope he enjoys the exquisite lump of bread in prison. I used to like his confidence even if he came from a rough background. I never knew that was actually his insecurity. He kept it hidden from me all along. I'll just have to consider this a harsh life lesson from God. I'll be strong. I'll make it through. I will make my father proud. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more.